Cool, whenever you're ready. Clicks record, claims to be ready, gets distracted.
Kia ora guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Wholesome Half Hour. We're wrapping up the week this week with a bit more of a lighter topic, I guess. And I think we've done Wholesome Half Hours like this in the past where we sort of share a collection of very fun stories from everyone across the country during this very trying time to make light of the situation.
Yeah, no, we have done this before, but this is a bit of a unique situation, and I know a lot of people are stuck home with their families, which I'm sure creates some unique challenges and stuff. So I think that's what we're going to look into a little bit today. Also, we're easing back on the release. You might have noticed we didn't do anything on Wednesday and Thursday, so we're going to try aim for 2 or 3 episodes a week now. Had some feedback that we were hitting the sub box too hard.
Savage. Now that's just a bit of admin update for anyone who was wondering about it. But we're still going to be doing regular videos, just not quite as regular.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure 2 or 3 times a week is enough to satisfy your wholesome half-hour craving. Get it into your system.
Surely. So earlier, would be our today, your guys yesterday, on our Instagram story, we asked you guys to share some of your funny/horror stories from distance learning so far. So we are in now the second week of distance learning math.
Yeah,
fact check me.
Something like that. That sounds right.
That math. Somebody will tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody will tell me if I'm wrong.
Me, but I don't go to school, so.
Sorry, I'm moving around a lot, Sarah, so you can have a fun time clipping this. I'm destroying my back in lockdown. It's going to be great for me later on, but that's fine. Okay, sorry.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
Do you have them up as well?
I have them up as well. Yes.
Very cool.
I haven't chosen one, so I feel like the stakes are high to choose like a good first one. You know.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Well, the stakes are up now.
I'll start. I'm going to probably start from the bottom if you want to start from the top, and we can meet in the middle or whatever. Yep. But I'm going to start with this one just because I resonate with it at a deep and spiritual level. And it's taking a nap and missing a Zoom call or a class. It's not so much that I napped during, the meeting this week. It was just that I was doing other stuff and just completely forgot.
Yeah, there's a tendency for that to happen as well, because I don't know, it's different when you're
it's much easier to forget.
Yeah. No, well, I guess if you're at school or if you're at work and you have a meeting or something, if one of the people, if you have a class or something to go to, it's likely that one of the people around you at school or at your workplace will tell you that. Will remind you. But at home you don't get you get zero of those kind of reminders. So
exactly.
Yeah. I haven't missed any meetings, but I've definitely been late. And I know I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Cool. What's your first story, Saren?
Yeah, someone forgot to turn off their microphone and was saying how much they hate this class. I did have not knowing when your mic is muted is a dangerous affair.
That is a very common. That has led to many a story that we're about to read out.
Yeah, I was on a call earlier this week, and the conference call with 30 people, and someone's I had obviously answered their phone, and they started chatting to the person on their phone. They didn't say anything. The only weird thing they said was oh yeah, I'm on the 11 o'clock call, blah 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 blah, and then someone's we can still hear you. Very amusing.
Yikes.
I mean, say you hate the class is definitely a lot worse than just a general comment about I'm on this call at the moment.
Yeah, and again, if it makes anyone out there feel a bit better, I've accidentally handed in a biology report that says I hate biology because I forgot to rename it. And my teacher definitely did comment on it afterwards. So, been there, done that.
That happens. Obviously.
It happens to the best of us.
The choice of words you use can make the situation a little bit bad or very bad.
Yeah. Another one, our teacher has a soundboard and he dismisses our class with the bruh sound after every period that we have with him.
It's a very interesting strategy. But I don't know. If you're into that, I guess I can't judge. What are the ones?
I've loved the fun little things that people do around this time to make those like and more interesting. You know, some people might find it cringy. Some people might think, you know, you're trying too hard or whatever. But I genuinely think, like, you know, we're all just trying to make this time as manageable as possible. Like, we're just go along with the banter. You know, you can't do much more than laugh in a lot of situations like this.
Nah, you're right. Like, one of the other
finding a good opportunity to laugh is a good time.
That is true. One of the other ones here is was eating, thought I was muted, burped, and everyone heard. Not fun. Sure, it's easy to happen. I have also, well, okay, it depends, like, if your calls like have video or not. I feel like it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, but I never not use video. Like, and I know teachers and stuff sort of catch on to it now as well. I've had a lot of my students say that, you know, their teachers are very much monitoring, like, who's not got their screen on and stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. In the corporate environment, it is more normal to have calls where, like, not everyone has video on, because sometimes you end up with these calls that run for like an hour, and like people do their other work while being on the call, and that's like socially acceptable. But like sometimes I've like prepared food and like gone to a call and be like, oh, everyone's got their video on, so I have to turn my video on as well. But then I feel really weird like eating during like a call, so then I just sit there with my toast next to me and just watch it while I
gotta do what you gotta do. I ate pot noodles, like quite literally in a pot, because I just took it straight off the element, because that's how my life is going right now. Anyway, the next story. A Zoom call with my teacher, and they walked on their partner who was naked.
Sorry?
Zoom call with a teacher, and they walked in on their partner who was naked.
Interesting. This is surprisingly not that uncommon. I haven't heard of it in the school environment. There was a US journalist or someone who had like, you know, like dialed into like the news, like as everyone is doing at the moment, and like you could see their like partner naked, like, but it was like in the reflection, like they were in their bedroom or something, and they had like you know, like a mirror in the background, and like it had like you could see their partner like in the like bathroom or something in the mirror. Very awkward.
Yikes.
Very awkward, very serious, but like probably not intentional either, which is like just like a unique challenge of doing videoing at home, I guess.
Yeah, no, definitely, certainly. And you can never usually like manage to work around everyone in your household, I guess. It's kind of nice to share these stories, though, I think, because they're always fears that I know I have. So it's kind of good to like hear that. I mean, it's not good to hear they happen, because I imagine some people are mortified, but it's good to know that, you know, everyone is fallible and everyone is making silly mistakes every now and then.
Yeah. Makes you feel better about your life.
Didn't mean it like that, but okay. Was it your turn or my turn?
I'm gonna make it my turn.
All right.
A video. Teacher thought she was presenting a video, but she wasn't. So the whole class watched her watch the video, and at the end they told her that they didn't see any of it.
They're just like, I'm both the student and the teacher right now, and my body is confused, because as a student, like, I totally get why that's 10 out of 10 banter, but like as a teacher, depending on how long the video was, I just couldn't even imagine how annoyed I would just be like, oh, you guys are just so annoying. Why would you do this? Yeah, no, exactly.
Why did you guys not tell me?
Yeah. Amount of times
I would not be pleased.
Amount of times I've started talking before unmuting myself. Yep, very, very
Zoom
common.
will sometimes
Very
like
common.
tell you like you are muted, like it will like detect that you're trying to talk. Yeah, that is helpful.
Yeah.
That's why you need like
Um,
a Discord type solution.
yeah, true, very true. Sorry, I'm still reading stories. Talking about the teacher while he's listening because you're muted and your sound is on. Yeah, Again, everyone, just please double check if you're muted or not.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think a good rule of
Come
thumb
on.
is like, even if you think you're muted, don't say anything too outrageous while the call is still running. Like, if you're going to say something
Yeah.
outrageous, like, make sure the call is like absolutely not running
Like,
at all,
I'm
please.
sure it can wait, you know?
Yeah.
10 minutes, team. Come on. Your turn?
Yep. Oh, this is kind of a classic. Like, I was in a class call and I had my mic on, and then someone was singing loudly in my lounge, and they could all hear it on the call and were confused. It's like I'm pretty sure like a lot of people like because of the way their house is, like work in the same room as like their partner or whoever,
Parents, or,
parents, sister, whatever.
yeah.
And I have like you get on calls and you can hear someone else is talking in the background, but it's kind of faint. So when there's like a lot of people on the call, you can't immediately identify like who's responsible.
Yeah. 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 It's always a fun game. To be quite honest, if I'm in a group call, I will mute myself if I'm not like talking, because I don't know, it just gets like weird and it moves screens around a lot when you talk and stuff. It's like, in those kind of situations, I only unmute it, like if I'm specifically going to say something. Otherwise, I'm just like listening in. Yeah. My music class has started and my teacher didn't put anything up for the day, so I was about to work on an internal. Halfway through the class, I look at my emails and I'm 25 minutes late to a Google meeting. Whoops. Again, a classic. Also, I kind of feel for this person, because if you don't know in advance, and I'm assuming right now that you didn't know in advance, why would you only start the meet as soon as it was about, like, why would you not let people know in advance? Like, hey, we're going to be starting a meeting.
I have heard of this before. I think, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe teachers who aren't like as technology literate just haven't just forget that like people are like in the school scenario, it's not like an office scenario where people are like sitting at their desks and you can just walk up and start talking to them. And because of that, they forget to schedule the meeting. It's obviously like not smart, but I just think that's what's happening, because I have heard of. It's not the first time I've heard of that happening.
Yeah, no, no, it's not the first time I've heard of it either. But it just seemed bizarre to me. I think giving people warning is very important.
It's absolutely necessary.
Odd time. Yeah. Is it your turn or is it my turn?
I think it's my turn. Teachers fake Zoom backgrounds, and then it's got like the
yeah.
I'm a fan of the beach.
Pardon?
I'm a fan of the beach. I've pulled out some good ones in the
office.
The office. I've pulled out the old Burning NZQA paper before as well. That's a classic.
Oh, nice. Just again, people talking about the kind of stuff they hear on a call when people think that they're muted, but they're not. I don't know that a few of these answers are PG.
I do feel like a good note to self to make is just to limit the comments you make when you think you're muted. Like, at least just use if you're gonna talk. I mean, if you're talking to someone in your house, it's different. But if you're gonna talk to your mate, just like type.
Yeah.
And type in the correct chat window.
Yeah, that's another big one. There are a few of these here where I just think I know why I know how it happened, but I'm just so upset that it did, you know?
Yeah.
This one is kind of, there was one that was kind of wholesome.
Is it the one that starts with guess it's more wholesome than funny?
Oh, yeah, but our classics teacher getting lonely. So after going through school stuff, he kept the Zoom call going for like another hour and asked everyone how they were going. And I think that's really wholesome.
Yeah. And I think it is like important to not leave room and cause for them not to be like exclusively like a skill, like 100% like teaching activity. Because like if you were in a classroom, you would also chat about like how everyone's feeling and stuff. And like just because it's like a video call and we have like a set time period, like doesn't mean we can't do that either.
Yeah. It's more difficult for sure, but like, it doesn't mean you should try and have as much of that environment as you can. I think because it is a super important part of like just being in school, being around other people and like building connections with others. And like that helps you in your learning, don't get me wrong, but it's just so much more important in a wider context of just like being human, I guess. So definitely don't like underestimate the worth of having like, you know, just a half-hour chat with someone to talk about how you're going, even if it is like just your teacher having a yarn with the class, you know, like there's a beautiful camaraderie in there, I believe.
I totally agree. And I don't know, it's good to chat socially with people outside your bubble from time to time as well, even if it's your teacher.
Yeah,
who cares?
Definitely. Were there any other stories on there that you wanted to share it to the class, Sarah?
I guess we'll wrap up with this one, Teacher went overtime on Google Meet and presenting, so everyone left. Then the teacher stopped presenting and everyone was gone. He talked to himself for who knows how long.
Oh. Wow, that's kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Oh, I mean, I guess we did ask for horror stories. That was my naive, I guess, assumption.
Yeah, I don't know. It happens, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, today's Wholesome Half Hour was less of like advice or any. I mean, there was no advice really.
There's some advice. Mute your mic. I think that's the main advice. The main takeaway from today.
The advice today is mute your mic, just please. But yeah, so bit of a different episode, but I think one that's needed nonetheless. It's always good to have you know, a little bit of a chuckle, if you will, around these times and around what we can laugh about at these times, like unfortunate Zoom calls, or wherever other platform you choose to make your communications. But yeah, as always, we will be posting stuff throughout the week, some questions for you guys and stuff that for us to answer in future episodes. And if you have an idea of anything that you think we should talk about in an episode, you know, feel free to DM us, or, you know, send a carrier pigeon, whatever your preferred method of communication is.
Did you know pigeons can only go back to the same place? Like you can take them anywhere, but they can only return to one location. That's how pigeons work. Fun fact.
No, pigeons work on batteries, Sarah.
Well, it's not that obvious.
That pigeons work on batteries. I know, it's a whole government conspiracy, man. They don't want you to think that.
Vaccines too.
Is that how we're going to finish the episode today?
I'm not sure if I want to leave people in doubt whether I'm like an anti-vaxxer or like in sound mind, but I feel like that's what I've done.
I don't think we talked about any of that.
Well, I have now.
Oh, God. All right. Well, on that note, tune in with us next week and we'll have more episodes about other things that might not be whether or not pigeons are being charged over this period or not. But yeah.
Post is an essential service. You can still send letters. Thanks for watching. Send some letters. We'll see you next week. Bye.